What's up everybody, VB here bringing you some Gotham City Impostors gameplay, and consider yourselves lucky because my internet's conked out. The lightning storm we've had has gone and knocked out all the internet in the area. So, you know, you've been spared the wrath of my newly created Master Exploder loadout. You're welcome. In this week's video we're going to be looking at those new challenges that have been released, and some of them have actually been suggested by people on the forums, and those ones are pretty sweet. Some of them are challenging, one of them is an absolute XP cow you need to milk for what it's worth. Trust me on this one. The rest of the video after that is just going to be me hopefully not waffling on too much, but talking about this wall of silence that's been put in place by Monolith, and you know, my sort of thoughts and views on it. Not to mention sort of looking back at other people's reactions to it as well, because some of them are quite balanced and justified, while other people just go off the complete deep end. So fingers crossed, here's hoping the latter half of the video is not going to get too ranty, if you will. And just to let you know before we kick things off, in the background there's a game of TDM being played on the East End, with me using the two weapons from last week's camo challenges, the Marshall and the Chaperone. And I take back what I said in the last video, the Marshall isn't actually that bad a weapon to use. I think the gaming gods wanted to prove me wrong. So like I said in the introduction, this week's challenges incorporate some of the challenges that were suggested by people of the community on a forum post a couple of weeks ago. And they're pretty fun challenges actually, the ones that picked out. Now I'm sure they've picked out three. Two they've credited people with, but one they haven't. But it might be the case where lots of people have come up with the same idea, so it's kind of hard to pin it down on one person. So the first challenge is called the Claw, followed by an overuse of exclamation marks that the internet is known well for. And that was suggested by Bruce Bananas. So if you're watching, well done, you got your idea suggested. I could just see everyone now in the comments going, I'm Bruce Bananas. And you know, 50 comments later, we're left with 2012's remake of the famous Spartacus scene. For this challenge, you need to release your inner pigeon, because you need to kill 20 foes with the grapple gun. And if you do that, you're going to get 5,000 XP and 50 costume coins. And that challenge is repeatable. The second challenge that was suggested was by Batboy1983, and that's the Iron Team, which title-wise makes no sense. That's to be MVP of a round, regardless of what game type you're playing, and if you do that, you're going to bag yourself the delicious amount of 10,000 XP. And the cherry on top of that delicious reward is the fact that it's, again, another repeatable challenge. Milk the son of a bitch for what it's worth, people! The third and final one which was suggested, at least I think it was, this is the one that hasn't been credited to anyone, is the harder they fall. And if you stomp kill 25 mighties as a speedy... Seriously, as a speedy? Okay, whatever. You're going to get 10,000 XP. Moving on to the camo, there's Snowflake and Kitty to earn this week. Now if you deal 300,000 points of damage with the Bombardier, you're going to get Snowflake camo. And if you get 600 kills with the Thunder Dragon, you're going to earn Kitty. No! Just no! Okay. Whoa. Irrespective of the whole spamming explosives issue in GCI, because let's face it, it's a dirty habit. Nobody wants to admit to it, but we all secretly like doing it, especially against 10 noobs. But on what plane of existence is it a good idea to couple an assist machine, aka the Thunder Dragon, with a covering fire machine, aka the Bombardier? It makes no sense. Okay. I'll give them the fact, like, the point sling and the Bombardier works out well, because at the end of the day, the Bombardier is a covering weapon. You just fire, does splash damage, takes people out. But the Thunder Dragon is a friggin' nightmare to try and kill people with, because as soon as you fire 3 rockets, like what happened in my previous video about the Snowflake camo for the Thunder Dragon, someone just swoops in like a vulture and kills everyone you've been doing God knows how much damage to. It's ridiculous. Goddamn ridiculous. Sad face. Anyway, those are your challenges this week for the camo. Me, myself, I will be trying for them. Apologies now to everyone. This is sort of like my disclaimer, if you will. I am going to be firing my hot rockets in your face and making a hot sticky mess everywhere. On another note, the good news is the challenges don't expire until the 10th of August. So especially the 10,000 XP repeatable one, you've got ages to make the most of them. Right, it's time to throw up the drama llama, because it's time to talk about the kerfuffle that's been caused by this wall of silence that's been put in place by Monolith. Now, if you don't know what I'm on about, why don't you know what I'm on about? What's happened, basically, since the second DLC, since the second patch, there's just been nothing from Monolith regarding the actual core game itself. Yes, they've retweeted awesome moments, yes, they've put out community challenges, but there's been nothing directly said about the game, and people are still having problems with it. I mean, me, myself, I don't really experience it. I think I'm one of the lucky ones, but other people are suffering a lot worse. And you know, people are like, you need to fix your game. It's a fun game, but it's broken, it needs fixing. But they're getting nothing in response from Monolith. Case in point, Morning After Kill sort of rallied up the troops, if you will, on Twitter, and took them over to a video concerning their other game they're working on, The Guardians of Middle-earth, and basically said, look guys, your game's broken, you need to fix it. But what did Monolith do? They threw down a wall of silence and they disabled the comments. Now when I saw this, I thought, well, it's a business move. Obvious it is, isn't it? You know, you've got a potential game coming out, you've got a video about it, people will come see the video, what do they find in the comments? Negative feedback about a previous game and the fact that you haven't made attempts to fix it. Fair enough, you'd want to block them, you don't want people seeing that and then losing interest in a potential sale. But the point to take away from this is the fact that they're listening to what we're saying, and what we're saying is this: the game is fun, it's great, it's quite possibly one of the best FPSs on the market at the moment, because let's face it, Modern Warfare 3 sucks. Insert generic oh snap reaction. But the point to take away from this is a lot of people are saying the right things and doing it the right way. The problem lies with those people that just basically go off in the deep end and start effing and jeffing and say, oh, the game sucks, the company sucks, everything's broken, they've done absolutely nothing. To those people, I reckon they should just crawl back into a cave where they came out of and just wait for this to all blow over. Because obviously they must be totally disregarding all the stuff Monolith have done in the past. You know, you've got the DLC, the map packs, you've got the fact they're still trying to engage the community now with the community challenges, the suggestions, the camo, things like that. Now I understand the major grievance of people is the fact that the game is broken for them and they want a patch and a fix. Totally understandable, don't get me wrong, and yeah, I understand this silence to some people is a bit unsettling. It's almost as if Monolith is sort of saying, look, this is GCI, take it or leave it. You know, they just don't want to do anything more with it. But that kind of attitude, I have to disagree with that, because they are doing stuff with it still. Look at the community challenges, look at the Twitter, look at the fact that they responded in that manner to the fact that we put posts out there saying the game is broken, the game needs fixing. Obviously they do still care about the game, or else they wouldn't respond like that. You know, if everything was fluffy bunnies and unicorns, everything would be peachy and everything would stay the way it was. And I know that's not the case, but Monolith realise this. Sure, they're not saying anything about the core of the game and any patches and fixes, but it might be the case that they're not ready to, you know? They're busy with this other game, and yeah, in that situation, I would be busy with a new game. But I think the main thing I want to get across is the fact people need to just keep doing what they're doing. Well, a majority of us anyway. Keep broadcasting the fact that the game is good, it is a little bit broken, and it does need patching and fixing. The worst case scenario is to everyone start doing this whole V for Vendetta revolution thing, and start saying the game is terrible, boycott this game. No, that's not going to solve anything. If anything, that's going to deter Monolith from doing anything else with the game, because there's no market for it anymore. But hey, that's my opinion at the end of the day, you know. Disagree or agree, at the end of the day, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. But we're going to close out this video. We'll put Drama Llama back in his paddock. Nah, I'm sorry. Maybe next time. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. But you know the drill by now, people. Keep up the GGs, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully, it will be under 5 minutes long. Take care of yourselves.